Pealo Private Limited aims to help SMEs and startups through corporate development and gaining access to growth capital. The company has launched a platform offering a whole range of tools to help business owners to understand their business better and to help them to scale to the next level.
My name is Prakash. I'm 38. I'm the founder of a company called Pealo. It's a startup. I also have another company called Yolk, which is a digital agency under the Grey Group. I grew up in a typical heartland home in Clementi. My dad used to work for the army, and we grew up with a very normal lifestyle. I studied in Clementi Town Primary School, and later on I went to another school called Fairfield, which was in Dover Road. And I was very passionate about entrepreneurship from the start, only because we had to make money to earn and to buy the luxury items that we needed in life. So during school holidays, we used to wash cars, whenever I had a chance, to sell something, whether it's marbles, comics, or even spiders. I had a younger brother who did very well in school, so he always increased the competitiveness between the two of us. But I also grew up a lot with my cousins. I used to stay a lot in their houses, and they were a big influence in my life. So I went to college, I went to St. Andrews. I also played rugby in St. Andrews, and I took rugby a bit too seriously. But we learned a lot of things on the field. We learned how to work as a team, the importance of teamwork, and the importance of trusting your team. And those are lessons that I really stuck on, even when I'm struggling in business. I look back at the lessons that I learned while playing rugby, and it still guides me through my life. In school, I recall an incident where I didn't do very well for my prelims, but it kind of motivated me quite a lot, because the teacher told me that you're not going to go anywhere, you're not going to get into your A-levels, and I kind of studied a lot harder, got a lot of help from my friends and my teachers. I managed to clear it, though I didn't do very well, but I managed to pass, and that gave me a life lesson that if you really put your mind to anything, you can achieve it as long as you really want to do it. Unfortunately, I didn't really complete my education. I mean, post-army, on the first day that I started my tertiary education was when I started my first business. The business was really started by pure chance. My godpa needed a website, and he wanted me to look for someone who can actually help him build a website. What I did is found a couple of friends from Army, and we got together and we delivered that project. And then we realized that there's this big opportunity for a website development. This was during the .com fever, and a lot of people were trying to bring their businesses online, and there was a huge demand for that service. That business did pretty well for about 2 years, and when the .com bubble burst, we also exploded with that bubble. I took 4 months off, was in big depression, but what I did is during that 4 months where I took a break, I kind of reflected on the industry, looked at what are the opportunities, and if I was going to restart, what are things that I could have done a lot better. And 4 months later, I started a similar business with new partners. This time, I found guys who were a lot more passionate about design. We came up with a name called Yolk, which was very generic, and we were starting during a very dark period. This was post-September 11. So we wanted something bright, something that represented positivity, and we kind of represented ourselves as like a force of a change. We were here to kind of do things that were different and to help people with their branding needs in a whole new way. And that's pretty much the beginning of Yolk. And yeah, we started really small. We allowed the business to actually fund itself. But it was a very tough period, and we couldn't get a lot of business for the first couple of years. So we had to work on a lot of non-profit work that didn't pay. But it allowed us to actually increase our profile. We got a lot of referral work out of it. And what we also had to do is we had to really think out of the box. So our first marketing drive, we actually called egg Seng Chun, the egg farm. We ordered eggs in packets of 4, spray painted them yellow. We designed a nutritional fact sheet to introduce our services. We stuck it on top and I walked around Tanjung Pagar to actually distribute those eggs. So you imagine you're sitting in your office and this big size Indian guy who's sweating all over walks in with eggs. You will definitely be very surprised and give me an opportunity to explain that I'm not selling eggs, but I'm here to introduce my business. And we didn't spend a lot of money on that exercise, but we managed to get clients even 6 months, a year down the road. And that kind of helped us get through the first couple of years. But the first 5 years in business, it was very, very tough. There were many times that we felt that we wanted to give up. But we kept reminding ourselves the reason why we were doing this and the importance of doing this, because we were trying to live our dream, the impact that we're trying to bring into the industry. And that kind of encouraged us to really go beyond what we normally did from the course of work. And that's kind of when we started winning a lot of awards, both locally as well as globally. And when we started winning those awards, we attracted the attention of a company called WPP, who came to us, and they own like 1,000 companies under them, but they needed companies who had digital expertise. And that's when they acquired us in December 2010, and we became part of Grey. Grey is a global advertising network. We are the Asia Pac digital outfit. It was a great experience for us because we got to grow from being a bootstrap startup to being part of a listed company with a global network. So we actually got to connect with colleagues all around the world. It was a great learning experience for all of us. And then, yeah, that really brought us to a whole new level, business doing really well. But I was traveling a lot. I was traveling on a weekly basis, and I felt I needed to spend a bit more time at home. I was newly married and I had kids. So I took a sabbatical year in 2014. I spent a year of rest. I spent a lot of time mentoring and working with startups, as well as supporting some of the non-profits that I'm involved with. That year, I managed to meet a lot of business owners, and what I found was that most business owners only look at sales as a methodology towards growing their business. And that led to me, when I completed my year in sabbatical, to start a new company called Pealo. The whole objective of Pealo is to inspire and to help other entrepreneurs to achieve what I've achieved. A lot of people come to me because I've done an exit. But you know, there's a lot to do and there's a lot to learn from that experience. And the way that I serve my clients these days is to be a coach, to bring them on that journey. The journey beyond being a monetary consideration is also an emotional consideration. The best advice I can give to aspiring entrepreneurs, and something that I may have regretted, is perhaps to complete your education, and when you come out to work for someone for at least 5 years, to gain some experience, to get some advice and mentorship from the person that you're working for, and then understanding an industry to a point where you know that there are certain pain points that you can fix. Put together a dream team. Dream team involves people who complement you, people who do things that you can't do. So my motto in life is that I've been blessed to be a blessing. And I use that as the guiding life force with me. Because I've been blessed in life, I spend as much time as I can to bless others. And I've always found that because I'm helping others, help comes to me in all kinds of ways, even sometimes when I don't go and look for it. So yeah, I'm blessed to be a blessing.